Hi, this is Kashyap Bagewari. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to talk about what is AWS. It is completely introductory video. It is especially for the beginners and freshers who want to learn and know about cloud computing and especially Amazon Web Services. So this video is divided into two parts. First part is about cloud computing and second part is about Amazon Web Services. So first I want to go with the cloud computing. It is nothing but an internet-based computing service in which large group of remote servers are networked to allow centralized data storage and online access to computer services or resources. In simple terms, storing or accessing your data and programs over the internet rather than your own hard drive. Using cloud computing, organizations can use shared computing and storage resources rather than building, operating, and improving infrastructure on their own. Cloud computing is a model that enables the following features. You do not have to maintain or administer any infrastructure. Users can provision and release resources on demand. Resources can be scaled up or down automatically depending on the load. Resources are accessible over a network with proper security. Cloud service providers can enable a pay-as-you-go model where customers are charged based on the type of resources and per usage. It will never run out of capacity since it is virtually infinite. You can access your cloud-based applications from anywhere. You just need a device that can connect to the internet. So with the help of cloud computing, there is no need to maintain your infrastructure. You can just go to cloud and utilize and store your database, applications and your software. Now you have a fair idea what cloud is. Just think about all your daily activity online and you will realize that a lot of your work that you do online is based on cloud. Just like your social media interactions, all are on the cloud. Anything that you store online is again cloud. You paying your electricity bill online, online shopping, everything. Everything nowadays is moved to the cloud. Running in the cloud, access from the cloud or may be stored in the cloud. Hence, the demand of certified cloud architect is increasing across all sectors of the economy. Now, I am going to talk about what are the types of the clouds. There are mainly three types of cloud: public cloud, private and hybrid cloud. In public cloud, the third-party service providers make resources and services available to their customers via internet. Customers' data and related security is with service providers' own infrastructure. So, Amazon Web Services, AWS, Microsoft Azure is the example of public cloud. Now, second is private cloud. A private cloud also provides almost similar features as public cloud, but the data and services are managed by the organization or by the third party only for the customer's organization. In this type of cloud, major control is over the infrastructure, so security related issues are minimized. What is the example of private cloud? It is nothing but data center managed by the company or organization itself. Third type is hybrid cloud. A hybrid cloud is a combination of both private and public cloud. The decision to run on private or public cloud usually depends on various parameters like sensitivity of data and application, industry certification and required standard regulation, etc. So, what is the example of hybrid cloud? It is nothing but a combination of public and private. Means you are having your own data center plus you are additionally using cloud services also. So, for example, you are for some sensitive data which you need more security, So you want to keep it on your own data center. So you are maintaining your own data center as well, and plus for backup or any storage purpose you are using public cloud also. So this is the example of hybrid cloud. So next I want to move about the service cloud model. There are three types of service cloud models. First is IaaS, infrastructure as a service. It provides users with the capability to provision processing, storage and network connectivity on demand. Using this service model, the customers can develop their own applications on these resources. PaaS, platform as a service. Here the service provider provides various services like databases, queues, workflow engines, emails, etc. to their customers. The customer can then use these components for building their own applications. The services, availability of resources and data backup are handled by the service provider that helps the customer to focus more on their application's functionality. So by using platform as a service, you no need to worry about the infrastructure and you can focus on your application's functionality. Third is SaaS, software as a service. As the name suggests, here the third party provider provides the end user application to their customer with some administrative capability at the application level, such as the ability to create and manage their users. Also, some level of customizable is also possible, such as customers can use their own corporate logos, colors, etc. So, example of SaaS is like Salesforce. So, you will get as a ready-made software, but you have some administrative capabilities. So, I want to move for the next point. What are the advantages of cloud computing? The first and main advantage is cost efficient. While building your own servers and tools is time consuming as well as expensive, as we need to order, pay for it, install and configure expensive hardware long before we need it. However, using cloud computing, we only pay for the amount we use and when we use computing resources. So here you no need to maintain your infrastructure, no need to set up installations. So you can save here your time and your money. Second advantage is reliability. A cloud computing platform provides much more managed, reliable and consistent service than an in-house IT infrastructure. It guarantees 24/7 and 365 days of service. If any of service fails, then hosted applications and services can easily be transited to any other of available server. So here you no need to about your data loss or any data corruption. So cloud providers take care of all these things. So third advantage is unlimited storage. Cloud computing provides almost unlimited storage capacity. We need not to worry about running out of storage space or increasing our current storage space availability. We can access as much as or as little as we need. So we no need to about the capacity. Here we can use as per our requirement. The next advantage is backup and recovery. Storing data in the cloud, backing it up and restoring the same is relatively easier than storing it on physical drive. The cloud service provider also have enough technology to recover our data. So there is the convenience of recovering our data anytime. So you no need to worry about and take a manually backup and recover. So cloud service provider do it on behalf of you. So last advantage is easy access to information. Once you register yourself in cloud, you can access your account from anywhere. So as there are some advantages, there are some disadvantages as well. Although cloud computing provides a wonderful set of advantages, it has some drawbacks as well that often raise questions about its efficiency. First is security issues. Security is the major issue in the cloud computing. The cloud service providers implement the best security standard and industry certifications. However, storing data and important files on external service providers always bear a risk. AWS cloud infrastructure is designed to be most flexible and secure cloud network. It provides scalable and highly available platform that enables customers to deploy applications and data quickly and securely. Second disadvantage is technical issue. As cloud service provider offers services to number of clients each day, sometimes the system can have some serious issues leading to business process temporarily being suspended. Additionally, if the internet connection is offline, then we will not able to access any of application, server or data from the cloud. The last disadvantage is not easy to switch service provider. Cloud service providers promises vendors that the cloud will be flexible to use and integrate. However, switching cloud services is not easy. Most organizations may find it difficult to host and integrate current cloud applications to another platform. Interoperability and support issues may arise, such as application developed on Linux platform may not work properly on Microsoft development framework. So if you want to switch from one service provider to another, it may be difficult for you because of interoperability and support issue. So that's it about cloud computing. Now I am going to move on the next part. This is what is Amazon Web Services. This is the quick guide and quick introduction about AWS. So first is introduction. AWS is a cloud service from Amazon which provides services in the form of building blocks. These building blocks can be used to create and deploy any type of application in the cloud. These services or building blocks are designed to work with each other and result in applications which are sophisticated and highly scalable. It is the world's most comprehensive and broadly adopted cloud platform, offering over 175 fully featured services from data centers globally. Millions of customers, including the fast-growing startups, largest enterprises, and leading government agencies, are using AWS to lower costs, become more agile, and innovate faster. AWS is the leading cloud platform nowadays. Most functionalities. AWS having most functionality as compared to other service providers. AWS has significantly more services and more features within those services than any other cloud provider, from infrastructure technologies like compute, storage, and databases to emerging technologies such as machine learning and artificial intelligence, data lakes and analytics, and Internet of Things. This makes it faster, easier, and most cost effective to move your existing application to the cloud and build nearly anything you can imagine. AWS also has the deepest functionality within those services. For example, AWS offers the widest variety of databases that are purpose-built for different type of application. So you can choose the right tool for the right job and to get best cost and best performance. The second major thing about AWS is having largest community. AWS has the largest and most dynamic community with millions of active customers and tens of thousands of partners globally. Customers across virtually Every industry and of every size, including startups, enterprises, and public sector organizations, are running every imaginable use case on AWS. AWS is most secure also. AWS is architected to be most flexible and secure cloud computing environment available today. AWS core infrastructure is built to satisfy the security requirements for the military, global banks, and other high sensitivity organizations. This is backed by a deep set of cloud security tools with 230 security compliance and governance services and features. AWS supports 90 security standards and compliance certification, and all 117 AWS services that store customer data offer the ability to encrypt that data. Fastest pace of innovation. With AWS, you can leverage the latest technologies to experiment and innovate more quickly. With AWS, you can continually accelerating our AWS pace of innovation to invent entirely new technologies you can use to transform your business. AWS is most proven and operational expertise. AWS has unmatched experience, maturity, reliability, security, and performance that you can depend upon your most performant application. For over 13 years, AWS has been delivering cloud services to millions of customers around the world, running a wide variety of use cases. AWS has the most operational experience at greater scale of any cloud provider. AWS has global network of AWS region. AWS has the most extensive global infrastructure, and it has many regions with multiple availability zones connected by low latency, high throughput, and highly redundant networking. AWS has 76 availability zones within 24 geographic regions around the world. You can see in this image, AWS has so many regions spread all over the world, and in the red color you can see those are the coming soon. Means this number I just tell you 76 AZ and 24 geographic regions. So these are not static numbers. AWS growing day by day. So AWS has cloud computing leadership also. So you can see in this image, AWS has the top position in the Magic Quadrant. So Gartner Research position AWS in the leader quadrant of the new Magic Quadrant for cloud infrastructure as a service. So AWS is the now market leader, and it is in it having the top position in the Magic Quadrant. So now I am going to move on the next part. What are the benefits of AWS? So first benefit is no upfront investment. So you no need to invest your money in infrastructure, installation, any data center setup. So there is no upfront cost, low ongoing cost. So you can save your money. Flexible capacity. So you can use capacity only that you require. Speed and agility. You will get better speed than your data center or any your private cloud. Apps, not ops. And the last is global reach. So you can access your applications, your database from anywhere. You can access globally from the internet. So I think that's it about this video. So in this video I already tell to about what is cloud computing and basic introduction about the AWS. So that's I think it is theoretical question, but it having a lot of more useful information. So For this, we will continue for the next video with some practical point of view. So if you like, please subscribe to my video, and thank you. Stay safe.